What is up, guys? Welcome to Boomer Base, and today I'm here for another very late review of Delicious in Dungeon, and today we're here to talk about episode 3 of Delicious in Dungeon. So without further ado, let's get cracking.
But before we get to the real content, if you end up liking what you see and want to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified anytime I upload.
So welcome back to episode 5 of Delicious in Dungeon. Sorry that the episode's a bit late. I've been a bit poorly. I had a Warhammer tournament and things, and it's just taken up a lot of my time. But let's get straight into the episode. It's pretty much just been the same, really. It's good quality. I'm liking it. I'm liking all the characters. We got to meet another party in this episode, which was quite nice, led by Kabru. His name, or their name was. Pretty cool looking character. The party was pretty cool as well. They unfortunately got killed by what we find out in the episode is some treasure bugs. So it's not something I've ever really seen in any sort of fantasy element, I don't think, where the bugs themselves are monsters. Not really sure how they died to treasure bugs unless they were like poisonous or something. But I think they might, I assume they must have been. They couldn't have just died to nothing, but it was something that I wasn't expecting at all. Like, from meeting Kabru and his party, I was like, okay, we're seeing another point, like, perspective of another party. That's pretty intriguing. I like that. Maybe they'll meet up with Laios and co in a bit. Maybe there'll be some other, like, reoccurring characters. I don't know if they're going to be recurring characters at all. And then suddenly we just see Laios and the band stumbling across all their bodies. And I was just like, oh, okay, what the fuck? They just died? Very shocked about that. But the treasure bugs are definitely a cool aspect, I won't lie. And then it was cool to see that they were edible. I like the way that they made the food. It sort of had a lot of SpongeBob sort of elements in it to me, with like the jewel/gem bugs becoming like this type of jelly meat thing, and the coin bugs, kind of being like fried fish chips type of thing, which was quite cool. As always, the food was very cool as always. Always enjoy when I watch Senshi do some cooking. I could quite honestly just watch him like cook for episodes on episodes, to be honest, without having anything else in. Now, this episode had a lot more to do with Farlin in, so it's Laios' sister, in which I'm happy it did finally, because it's kind of all about going to rescue her, and we've not really heard too much about her, or been given much context or background or just reason to like Farlin at all. And they did that a lot. They're remembering a lot about what Farlin used to do, because they stumbled across some ghosts, and Farlin apparently used to deal with those a lot. And the ghosts were like fucking scary, to be fair, and they seemed kind of OP unless you have someone to deal with it, which I wasn't expecting. The ghosts aren't normally like as crazy OP/corrupting, possessing in other fantasy things that I've seen as much as they were in this. They had their same blue hue. They looked really cool. I liked that they had that scary element to it, and sort of not grotesque, but like unnerving probably would be the better word. But no, when they were cooking up the bugs, I did quite like that Senshi separated them into edible and inedible, and the gang only found out too late why they were inedible, as they chucked them down a big cavern, and Senshi decided to reveal that, well, you can't eat real jewels, which I found quite hilarious. That had me in a bit of a chuckle, to be fair, because it's such like a Senshi thing to do, just to be like, yeah, fuck the jewels, pal. But no, overall, we did get to see some more of the little monster that Laios took care of. He's wanting to give it a name, and he's being all kind of cute with it. It was kind of, it was intimidated by the treasure bugs. So I don't know if it's like a territorial thing with a type of bug insect type of thing, or if it was just like, hey, it's poisonous, I don't want to be poisoned. You're a friend, Laios, let me protect you. Or I don't really know where it was going at all with that, but it was nice that we got to see it again, obviously. And then the gang started to have a bit of a problem with the ghosts, as they were quite OP, and without some form of like priest, holy person, they were struggling, and they nearly all got corrupted. But Senshi went through this sort of like potion, if you like, of holy water, where he mixed some alcohol, sugar, some slime organs, some herbs, and some of the treasure bugs over some blessed candles, and essentially basically had this like giant like weird whip thing full of the holy water, and he was just tearing them up. And overall, it was quite like nice as the gang kind of realised that, and Laios realised that essentially they relied maybe a bit too much on Farlin. They're kind of growing as a party, becoming a bit, I wouldn't say independent because they're still a party, but they're taking a bit more ownership, if you like. But it is what it is. It was a perfectly fine episode. Like, I'm having fun with it. Nowhere near as much probably as something like Solo Leveling, but obviously this is a completely different anime. But no, I'm glad that Farlin finally got brought up, as it did feel a bit odd that kind of the show is all about rescuing her, and we're in episode 5 and we barely heard 2 cents or got any sort of background with her at all. So hopefully that does continue. She seems like a cool ass character. No one else really got to do too much, to be honest. But Marcial was still cool as always. She just did some big spells when she got scared of the treasure bugs, and tried to do her best to kind of replace Farlin. Chilchuck pretty much just didn't do anything. It was nice to hear about the corpse retrievers again. I'm very interested to see whether they are just a band of humans that go collect corpses. Again, I don't really know how the corpses work, really. Like, do people just get revived? Like, I'm hoping that's something that gets further answered as the anime goes on, because it would certainly be something that I'm interested to find out about the world. Like, you can just die and it's kind of semi-okay to die. Your corpse will be retrieved. Maybe you get revived. I don't know. But I'm very curious to know whether they are going to be like humanoid or if they're going to be like fantasy sort of like monsters, if you like. But again, we heard a bit more about the disruption, I think, in the dungeons, and I'm assuming that's from the dragon coming further up that's causing more monsters to go awry and things. We got to see, with Kabru's group, we heard a bit more to do with that and whatnot, and how sort of other adventurers live, and this sort of big struggle of not having any food in the dungeon, as that seems to carry up a lot of weight. So, our band of hooligans eating food in the dungeon seems to be certainly the way forward. But I know this episode will come out on the day that the new episode is due to come out, but hey, I'm still enjoying it, and I've committed to doing it, so I'm going to continue with doing the episode reviews. So drop in a comment below, lets me know how much you're enjoying it or not enjoying it. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for tuning into this episode, and I look forward to seeing you in all future episodes. Take care now. Toodle pip. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. Click the button to keep watching, or click the other video for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.